Hi, my name is Lynette Clement, and I am the creative director of the Love Exquisite Magazine, available on loveexquisite.com. LOVEXQUISITE.com, where we bring you each month different articles about relationships, money, finances, business, health, wellness, sports. So make sure y'all check it out on loveexquisite.com. While you're there, make sure you check out some of our beauty products to purchase as well. So the Love Exquisite Magazine is a free online magazine which you can subscribe to through loveexquisite.com's website. So today I'm going to give you one of the articles that we read. I'm going to read to you, I should say, one of the articles that was written January 20th, 2020. So the online Love Exquisite Magazine comes out every month on loveexquisite.com. So the January 2020 edition of the magazine, we covered For the Love of Relationships was one of the topics. Well, it's one of the topics each month, I should say. But the topic that we covered in our January edition was When Home Gets Heavy. It's a very interesting phenomenon, and it happens to a lot of us as we add layers to our life and our relationships that weigh us down. And home can sometimes get heavy. So I want to share with you that article that was written by myself, Lynette Clement, and the January edition of the Love Exquisite Magazine, which is available again on loveexquisite.com. So we're going to read, and again, this is going to be the unedited version. So if I stumble across my words, which I tend to do at times because I can read faster than I can process the information. So if that happens, I'll start over from the starting point, not all the way from the beginning, but from the beginning of that sentence if I stumble over my words, because these are important articles that I think can benefit everyone, which is why I offer them for free through the Love Exquisite Magazine. So you can subscribe to the magazine. You can also be a magazine contributor. You can also advertise in the Love Exquisite Magazine. Now the advertisement is by fee. So there is a fee, and all of that information is listed on the Love Exquisite magazine website. So again, through loveexquisite.com is how you can access this. So this particular article that I am reading again came from the January 2020 issue of the Love Exquisite Magazine in the For the Love of Relationships section, and it's titled When Home Gets Heavy. Sometime home can get heavy from the stresses of life, and because of these stressors, we allow them to affect how we interact with those closest to us. If we have a bad day at work, we tend to carry that energy into our home life. If we get frustrated about driving home in rush hour traffic, we tend to carry that energy into our home life. If we have an argument with a friend or family member, we tend to carry that energy into our home life. However, displaced anger is unnecessary. It's unwarranted and is the worst kind of anger to place on someone who had nothing to do with why you are feeling upset or frustrated. We have to learn how to adapt our mindset from one environment to the next so that we do not wrongfully make someone else pay for the crime that someone else committed. To help to shift your mind from one environment to the next, you have to learn how to stay present. Present meaning in the current moment, in the now. Oftentimes, this might require you to have some time to deprogram. I often get phone calls from work the second that I get off work, which I usually don't answer because I need time to deprogram from my work day. You know, if I had a not so pleasant day at work and I don't want to put that energy on to the person calling me. So I have to give myself a few moments to take time to pause, which allows you to regroup, rejuvenate, refocus, refresh, and be ready for the next life event without carrying the baggage that was already deposited with you. Home gets heavy because as we get older, we get heavy. Heavy meaning we carry a large load, from parenting responsibilities to work responsibilities to being responsible for paying bills to family obligations to incorporating friendships and families to spousal responsibilities. And sometimes when trying to juggle too much of a load, we get frustrated and overwhelmed. And as a result, we tend to take our frustrations out on the closest people to us. I honestly believe that this is the real reason why some people get divorced. They haven't figured out how to handle the heavy load. And when things get too heavy, we use our fight or flight response. We do whatever we have to do to reduce or eliminate the heavy load. We start looking for things that we can get rid of without thinking about the aftermath before doing so. If we need to take a break, take a break. But taking a break doesn't mean leaving. Taking a break could mean falling back. By going away for the weekend by yourself, or going with friends, or going to the spa just to get a massage, or some other form of relaxation or deprogramming or de-stressing technique. Finding structure and balance is important. When things are chaotic at home, you have to establish some boundaries and rules that the household should adhere to. These rules and boundaries should be established to make your home life less heavy. If you need help with the bills and you have able bodies living with you in your house that are not paying bills, have a family discussion about the new rules of the house, even if it means that everyone who is able to work does work. And help around with the home repairs, or they help pay a portion of the utility bills or even the mortgage, or they even help buy groceries. If you need help with household chores, it's time to divide up those responsibilities by delegating who takes care of the bathroom, who takes care of the kitchen, who takes care of the rest of the chores. All or most of the household responsibilities should not be placed on one person. Hence, why home gets too heavy and people start looking for an out or an outlet. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself, even if it means that you lose friends or loved ones. If you have to do everything yourself, then you might as well be by yourself. So please understand that I am not advocating for making good relationships work. Hold on. Please understand that I am an advocate for making good relationships work with family, friends, and significant others when the relationship is worth saving. However, I also understand that trying to make a relationship work is a dual process. It involves both parties. Therefore, each party has to pull his or her own weight of responsibilities in the relationship so that things don't get too heavy for one person. Relationships are not easy, which is one of the main reasons why we should do our part to try as much as possible to not add to that uneasiness. Relationships do not come with guidebooks, and because each of us are different, a one-size-fits-all approach does not work for everyone. When home gets heavy, seeking a professional counselor can help people figure out strategies to help make their relationship work. Sharing in the responsibilities can also help as well. Help lighten the load so that the load is not overwhelming for one person, and so that your mate does not want to look for an out, leave, or an outlet, another person with less of a load, working long hours to limit the time that he or she spends with you at home, or it can exacerbate mental, physical, or verbal abuse, or even alcohol and drug usage if the home gets too heavy. So when the home gets heavy, Take some time to find the love that the two of you shared before you took on other responsibilities by planning a getaway for just the two of you. So when home gets heavy, leaving is not always the answer. So do what works best for you. Communicate with each other about what your needs are. Just keep in mind that no matter who you are with, the home will eventually get heavy. This is why most who leave find themselves saying the grass wasn't greener on the other side. So every home will get heavy. You just have to learn how to handle the load appropriately by dividing up the responsibilities so that both of you can handle the weight. In relationships, you cannot be afraid to say, babe, I need your help carrying this load. I cannot do it by myself. Remember, relationships will require you to bend and not break. So make sure that you do not let your home get too heavy. That was written by me, Lynette Clement. That is in the January edition of the Love Exquisite Magazine, which is available on loveexquisite.com. It's in the For the Love of Relationships section called When Home Gets Heavy. So make sure that you are doing your part and that you are carrying your weight and you're not putting too much of your weight onto someone else. And that weight means the responsibilities that come along with you. Make sure that there's a balance, that you are trying to achieve a balance in the relationship where it's not like this, it's not one-sided, it's equal. Or even if it's like this, it's better than being like this. So make sure that your home does not get too heavy. Thank you.